The symbolism in this video is going over folks' head because they too focused on making think pieces of whether or not I should have been in the video or not. So I'm gonna teach y'all something. Even though y'all show up and down the African American heritage flag ain't got nothing to do with Pan-Africanism, we're gonna get into those symbols. But y'all know it was intentional with her being able to stitch all these flags from across the diaspora and representing how proud she is of her own heritage. Back to this flag though. Who told y'all if a person disagrees with the politics of a fringe online group called Foundation of Black Americans, they can't be proud of their own African American heritage? When it comes to the flag though, according to the designers, superimposed on the black stripe is a golden wreath of fig leaves. The cultivated fig is a native of Africa and ranks as one of the most ancient of life-sustaining fruits. According to the designers of the flag now, centered within the golden wreath is a blunted Moorish boarding sword that is a symbol of leadership carried by the great Moorish leaders of the 8th century. 8th century, before America was founded, before the plantation started, before you got picked up on that boat that you love to bang when you got...
Let's first start off by using the correct name of the flag. The flag is the Black American Heritage Flag. It was created by Dr. Melvin Charles and Gleason T. Jackson back in 1967, well before we were ever reclassified to African American. We weren't reclassified to African American until 1989. And you have Jesse Jackson to thank for that. So this flag was already established well before that reclassification even took place. Disrespecting the actual name of the flag don't sit right with me. You can call it by what it's named, what the creators named it. Not only are you disrespecting the name of the flag, you're disrespecting the flag itself. Because why do you have a Temu app version of the flag draped over your daggone head like you banging a set? You look ridiculous. That's not even the real print of the flag. It's not made like that. You could have at least reached out to Dr. Melvin Charles' daughter and got an actual flag purchased. And this is how you know he clout chasing. Because he don't even have a clue. Then he going on Google, pulling at straws, trying to connect this flag to Pan-Africanism, when this flag has nothing to do with Pan-Africanism. How do I know that? Because I had the book. I've had this book for a very long time. This book is called The Rallying Point, and it was written by Dr. Melvin Charles. And in this book details verbatim the process of making the flag and all of the things that they did to get this flag first recognized in its own town of New Jersey, and how this flag represents Black Americans who have a lineage to this nation. So not only in the book does it entail that the Black American Heritage Flag had nothing to do with Pan-Africanism, let's hear Dr. Melvin Charles tell you in his own words who this flag represents and what it was for. Dr. Melvin Charles, take it away.
Why don't we have a flag? But every once in a while, it would creep into my mind. Until one day, when this gentleman by the name of Gleason T. Jackson, a neighbor of mine, sat down with me and started talking about the idea of something we could do in the 60s, about trying to make progress for our race of people. And then he mentioned the word of a flag. I said, if you're willing to try, I'm willing to be there with you. I have great thoughts about it. I think it will take some time, but I want to design a flag. And that's when we started. The next process was for us to be able to get together, to sit down and talk about what we wanted to put in the flag. But after about 2.5 weeks, we came up with this idea to make a flag that had diagonal stripes of red and black, and to have a fig wreath circled in the center of it, and a blunted sword. And of course, we had to recognize that each item, we had to have some sort of explanation. And then when we looked at the blunted sword, we thought of the feeling of having pride, and also knowing that when you have a blunted sword, when you blunt it, you learn to curdle the earth. And then we thought about the wreath, which we also had in the color gold, that would be for peace, prosperity, and everlasting life. And the red would be for the rich blood we shared for freedom, justice, and human dignity. And the color black was for the pride in our pigmentation. The inspiration basically came from us sitting down, not only sitting down and talking about it, but I would go to the library, he would go to the library. We both go. And we
Put my glasses back on for this. So he also tried to tie the Moorish sword and the fig leaves back to Africa. Let's see what Dr. Melvin Charles had to say about his inspiration behind the Moorish sword and the fig leaves. And if Dr. Melvin Charles, the creator of the flag, ain't enough proof for you, let's see what his daughter had to say. We interviewed her in a Twitter space about 3 years ago, and it was specifically about the Black American Heritage Flag. Let's see what she had to say.
Okay. I have a question. Is there a difference with the Black American Heritage Flag and the RBG flag created, I believe, by Marcus Garvey? Are they similar, or is there a difference?
Well, they're different. And I guess, this flag was created by my father and Gleason, and they took it as far as they could. I mean, Gleason died a year after they created it, but this flag is based on the experience of the Black American, and that's it. The other flag, I haven't done a whole lot of research on it. I think it just caught on for whatever reason. But this flag is specific to who we are and what we've done in this country. And if you buy the book, you'll also see a lot of the articles that were written.
Therefore, the Black American Heritage Flag is a flag that represents Black Americans who have a lineage to the founding of this nation, those of us who have a bloodline that's older than the Declaration of Independence. I'm a 15th-generation Black American myself. I don't like people who see an opportunity to use our ethnic identifiers as a way to clout chase. Confusedly is corny as hell. He be running his mouth. He don't never be saying a bunch of nothing. And this is the same man who ain't never once advocated for the representation of the flag. He has never read the book. He's never purchased the book. He's never had a conversation with Dr. Melvin Charles' daughter. He don't even got the right flag on his head. This is the same man who is a die-hard advocate for LGBT. He ain't never once cared about this flag. He ain't never once cared about nothing this flag represented until he's seen an opportunity to clout chase. Stay away from people like that because they treacherous. And every chance y'all get to fry his life about it, please do it. Do it every time you see it. Because you can tell that this ain't nothing but an opportunity for him to clout chase. This ain't nothing but an opportunity for him to seek attention. You just come out of left field banging the flag, and before you was even doing it, you was being very disrespectful to the people who the fucking flag represent. But you're not finna get you no bag off this, sir. You not. You might as well go ahead and swing it right back around to advocating for the LGBT community and get back to waving that flag. Because this flag don't represent you. And we not finna let you disrespect it in no way, shape, or form. Move around.